What is up, YouTube? How are you doing? Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to cover Elliott Waves. We have a little bit of action on the chart. Now, I have to catch a train in about 15 minutes, a little bit less. So that means we won't have a long live stream, but at least we have a live stream nonetheless, right? So that is what we're going to do. And in this particular live stream, we're of course going to cover Elliott Waves, have some time for chatting and a Q&A afterwards as well. And observe the local price section as we had a little bit of a push here. Nice moment to be live as well. And also explain what I've been looking at in the local range. And yeah, what we're going to be looking forward to, right? So that's the plan. Mido, welcome. Mark, what's up? Good to have you here. Thanks for your message, by the way, in the DM. Serega, welcome. Bina, what a beautiful day it is. Sunny day in the Netherlands as well. It's a beautiful sunny day. It finally feels like summer is coming. Not gonna lie. So yeah, it's a great day. I had a walk this morning, and you know, it's nice to be outside with this weather in a t-shirt and stuff. So not a t-shirt now, but this is a very, very, very thin shirt. So Stefano, welcome. Good afternoon. Yore, Pedrek, what's up? Coffeeholic, Parames, welcome. MS, right, left. Good to have you all here. So that being said, I have one more message, and that's probably also for the VOD viewers. With regards to the caps, let me shortly get this out of the way. Because I am going to order all the stuff this week. That's the plan. So I have this cap and I have this cap. And I gotta say, the printing of the logo is nicer on this cap than on this cap. But this one works better for me. It's a low profile one. And this one is a lot deeper, which falls over my ears. So now I don't really know what to do. I could ask if the shop that has the nice logo printed also has a low profile hat, because this one is from another shop. Because their printing is very nice. Or I need to send them an email, probably both, and say, yo, did you fuck up anything with the printing or not? Because the printing with this one is very, very nice. Very good print. But with this one here, you can see, it's not great. It's not according to necessarily what I'm looking for. So, you know, and it's delaying the process of sending all the goods. So I think I'm going to send them an email and be like, yo, do you have another cap low profile with a good print? And also send an email to the other company. Did anything go wrong with the print? Anyway. So yeah. Yeah. I will wear my cap from the back side. I will. The reason that I wear my cap at the front is because I wanted to talk about this cap at the beginning of the live stream together with then this one. But do not worry. We are back. There we go. Yeah, I know you're getting used to this as well. 1 second. Let me just use this one. Nice. Okay. So that being said, cap talk out of the way. Let's start. Let's start with Elliott Waves. We're gonna cover 4 hour and the 15-minute. So let's go. I have to stop the live stream in 34 minutes because I have to catch a train. So little bit of repetition compared to the morning update for the Americans here, or people at least from towards the east side of Europe. Some new info as well, most likely. So let's start. When you wear it from the back. Cheers, Crypto Man. Okay, bullish scenario. I want to start here first, where we have a sideways double combo. WXY, just putting you in the corner here. Okay, what's the time? 7 minutes 35. Okay, so the bullish scenario here, right? WXY sideways, a double combo, continuing this range for a little bit longer, where we have a 3-wave W already finished, looking for a 3-wave in X, where an expanding flat makes most sense. Grabbing the liquidity that we have below, move towards the downside, 3-wave A, zigzag in a wave B, looking for a 5-wave C in this particular scenario, which is then bullish, of course. Want to take the high of this wave A and finish wave X after the 382. Would be nice that if you really go, like if price is going to go for this flat structure, that we actually make the high of C before the weekend hits, so that once the weekend hits, we can range, or a wave 4. Like if we do move up 1, 2, and then 3, weekend is range 4, right? You move up in 5 early next week, grab the liquidity of A, find resistance, move down in a wave Y. Could be quite interesting indeed. So here we then have a impulse to the upside that we are looking for. Of course, we want to see some local strength. We're going to talk about that in a second. And in this area, we had some additional support, the 4-hour order block over here in confluence with the target area for this wave B. Common target area for B, taken from the low to the high of A, 1.236, 1.38, 57.7, 56.6. Extension target, uncommon, 1.618 at 54.8K. Impulse to the upside, as mentioned, preferably taking the high of A. We have some resistance to the upside. I also actually want to see if I can find any resistance here in the pretty much like empty space that we have here. But towards the upside, first of all here, 63.8, 64K. Then we have 65.2, 65.8, and then 68.2, 69.2. Let me, what's in here? Okay, monthly naked point of control, right. And then above, by the way, we of course have more boxes, 77 to 72K, okay. And then in this scenario, we're going to be looking for price to move to the downside in a wave Y. Most commonly a zigzag structure, but wave Y can be a flat and a triangle as well. Yet to be seen, because we didn't even move towards the upside high enough to finish an X in this case, and preferably X finishes after the 382, which is sitting on the 2nd of May, 6 p.m., which is today, 6 p.m., preferably after 6 p.m. we actually finish X and move towards the upside. That means that on the lower time frames, preferably we have a finished zigzag structure. So inside wave B, right? Inside wave B, the blue box here, we want to count a 3-wave structure to the downside. Most commonly, wave B is a zigzag structure, which would work nicely with what we're seeing here. We have a wave A 5-wave structure to the downside, and either a diagonal, like Bettina showed, or a 1, 2, 3 sideways complex 4, and then a wave 5. 3-wave zigzag in a B, hitting the 05, common target for B from the high to the low of A. 5-wave move to the downside, which preferably is finished. If price takes this low here, it will definitely reduce probabilities for the flat scenario, right? Actually, when you take this low here, it's not going to be very easy to have short-term bullish. In other words, if you lose this low here and start closing below the SR area, probabilities increase to move towards 51.8K. We have a little bit of support at 54.4, but I don't expect too much from that actually. 51.8 is a big level though. So one would expect a bigger drop to the downside. But in this wave B, we preferably have the end of C in. We look for price to move to the upside. We want to see price hit this level, 61.5K. That is what we're looking for, because it invalidates an impulse to the downside in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Wave 4 is not allowed to hit the 618. That's invalidation. So that is what we're looking for in a more bullish scenario, where, as mentioned, preferably your C is finished. This range over here is very long compared to this has to be your wave 2. So just go to a 15-minute. You have your 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, pretty much, right? So preferably that's the end. And comparing this here as a wave 2 with this being a 4 is very long, right? So that's lower probabilities for that to be of the same degree, Elliott Wave degree. This can be a wave 4 in the bearish scenario, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But more about that in a second, because this is the bullish scenario. We're looking for price to move towards the upside, where locally on a 15-minute time frame, we have to figure out what is the bullish scenario here for price to move up. If this is your low, you can only look for one of 3 structures: impulse, diagonal, double 1, 2. Because we're looking for a wave C to the upside above 67K in the flat scenario. So we need to really push up, right? We need to definitely like get something going here and not stay here for too long, because that would be bearish. So we here then have our first structure to the upside in a wave 1. Running flat in 2, mind you, we hit the 886, rare for a wave 2, running flat, rare in general, so that's rare upon rare, which isn't too great. But then we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave 1, 3-wave structure in 2. So that is why this morning, yes, we hit the 88 with the previous video update. Yes, we hit the 886. Yes, we have a potential running flat here, which is also rare. So it's a rare 886 upon a rare flat structure. However, the reason I didn't say probabilities are higher to the downside to take the lows, nor did I say necessarily the highs, is because it's the bullish buildup, the bullish CVDs that we have here, bullish CVD, right? Constantly bullish CVD divergences, also with this grind to the upside. And it's basically the 886 and the running flat, bearish, versus support, where we are now, wave B target area, arguably a 5-waver and a 5-waver that look pretty good, right? With a 3-wave move down, so you would expect this high to be taken, which we now did. And we have some bullish CVD divergences building here as price is moving to the upside. So that is why I left it pretty open. Even on the 4-hour, I said probabilities higher for the bullish, meaning the flat, right? But on the 15-minute, we had like, just this range, and with the bullish CVD divergences, we now move towards the upside as it stands, and we took this high, meaning any bullish CVD divergences here have now played out, right? This one here. So that is quite interesting. So in a wave C to the upside, of course, we're looking for a bigger impulse, where based on the structure we have here, we then have to look for the double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you look for continuation to the upside. First is a flat, second is a zigzag. Arguably, you have another 1, 2, 1, 2 here, but we want to see volume increase significantly, right? At the moment, we have a bit of a volume increase, absolutely fine, right? We want to see that continue, more volume coming in, more, right? That's what we will be looking for. An impulse to the upside doesn't work here. There's way too much overlap, right? Meaning a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, a double 1, 2 is the beginning of an impulse. But in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no overlap between 1 and 4. There's over here in this area, there's just sideways ranging, lots of overlap, right? Or a diagonal, arguably here, right? Diagonal structure. But if we look for a bigger diagonal, not enough info. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then eventually 5. I only look for diagonals once wave 4 is finished. So the only bullish scenario that really works here is a double 1, 2 followed by an impulsive wave 3, where we want to see strength, volume, impulsivity, price moving towards the upside. Invalidation clearly is taking the low, right? So that is pretty much the only scenario I'd look for here for the bulls, because pretty much continuing this range. So in other words, we want to escape this range on high volume. Staying around here, that's not what we want. That would be bearish. Talking about bearish, on the 4-hour time frame, the bearish scenario here, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, big move to the downside. Your minimum target for red 3 would be the 1.618, easy, 51.6k. We are then looking for a wave 1, 2 in blue, 3, 4, 5 in blue. After this blue wave 2, we have the white count, right? Again, lower degree, 1, 2, 3, looking for 4, and another 5 to the downside to finish blue 3. Then get a blue 4, blue 5, end of red 3, red 4, red 5. In other words, you go down. Let's look at the impulse. So here we then have our wave 1, zigzag in 2, 3 preferably finished, just like with a wave C. Preferably this is then the end of your 3. You look for a 4 and a 5. Common target for 4, 236.05 from the high of 2 to the low of 3, 58.4, 60.6. This is the same 618. But now it's an invalidation because wave 4 is not allowed to hit the 0.618, taken from the high to the low of this wave 3, 61.5k. So hitting that level increases probabilities for price to move towards the upside. So that is an interesting level to keep in mind. And in the bearish scenario, we do want to take this low. And that is the main difference, right? In the bullish scenario with the flat, we don't want to take this low. We first want to move towards the upside, right? And invalidate preferably this wave 4. In a bearish scenario, you don't want to hit this. You want to take the low. Now, this is currently quite an important area for the 4-hour scenarios, right? Even though we're on lower time frames, 1 hour, 50-minute time frame, if we hit this 618 here, it reduces probabilities of the bearish medium time frame scenario, which is the bigger impulse to the downside. It increases probabilities more for the bullish scenarios on the higher time frame. So that's why actually what's happening locally is quite important at the moment. Now, what I did say at the end of the previous video is if we do hit the 0.618, 1 second here, from here to here. Let me just put in, let me do this. Which one is it? So if we hit the 618, or the 0.618 at 61.5k, it increases probabilities for bullish scenarios. One of them is a wave C to take the high at 67k. The moment you hit the 618, this is now your bullish scenario, continuation above 67k. Depends on the structure because we want to see an impulsive structure 5-wave move to the upside. If you hit 61.5k, the bearish scenario, which is still bullish eventually, one second, I'm cooking. So it's going to be a bigger diagonal structure in your wave C, where you want to see the low taken at least once more. Wave C should not go past the 2 fib time, 29th of May, the end of the month, right? Where here, inside wave C, we're then looking for an ending diagonal structure. So even if you hit 61.5, this becomes the bearish scenario, basically, where we're not looking for an impulse to the downside, but that doesn't mean we can't take the low. We can still have this wave C, where we're then looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a wave C, ending diagonal structure, all of the waves have to be zigzag structures or double or triple zigzags, but at least zigzag family structures, right? So we are then looking for ABC, WXY or ABC up, ABC, 3-wave structure instead of a 5-wave structure. That's the big difference between the flat and the ending diagonal. And then one more move to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to finish C. And then you get pop, 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 up, up. That is then going to be your end. Invalidation for this scenario is price moving above this high, 67.2k. Right, so if we do move up to 61.5, it reduces probabilities for the very bearish scenario being the very big impulsive move down, increases probabilities for bullish scenarios to still take the high, continue the trend, and then the most bullish scenario is price moving up above 67k, and the arguably bearish scenario in that case is going to be this diagonal where, okay, we have a wave 4, we hit the 618, but we find some resistance here, range, and we fall one more time. And then preferably, which would be nice from a psychological point of view, if you do fall one more time, please make it fall on a very high amount of volume. A high amount of volume in the low of wave C, that would be preferred in my opinion. So let me make this a scenario at the moment. So we call this medium time frame diagonal. So just so you know how things change when we hit 61.5. At the moment we don't. We're at 58.7. But at least price is is working. Let's see if AGGR actually decided to work now. Yes, it does. So we had a bit of a server down again earlier today. Very nice. So yeah, with regards to probabilities, I mean, the probabilities are pretty much unchanged compared to the previous video, even though we have some more information, of course, that on the 4-hour time frame, the flat has the highest probability. If we hit 61.5, you know what's going to happen. Bearish is going to be diagonal, bullish is taking 67K. The flat has a higher probability unless invalidation is hit, which pretty much in this case would mean taking the low here. And on the 15-minute, yeah, I mean, now we're moving towards the upside. We have a bit of volume coming in, so it would be nice to at least take the high here. Where are we? 786. Hitting that 886 would be nice, because hitting the 886 increases probabilities that we are going to take this high, which is nice. So that is why I like to keep the 886 on the chart here. And yeah, bullish CVD divergences as price was moving up were visible. So of course here you have higher low in price on blue, lower low. This one plays out, high taken with this move. Then we fall down. I am not comfortable to trade here. High volume move down and not my cup of tea. You know, not interesting. But then we move up again in arguably another 5 wave, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zigzag down, highest probability. More bullish CVD divergences between these two. Still not completely comfortable because of the 886 touch, right, that we had over here and a running flat. But then you start to also see this. Another move up, another move down, more bullish CVD divergences, and it plays out, right? And that was the moment where I start to slowly get interested in joining a move towards the upside. Because I can count this as a 5 wave. I can count this as a 5 wave. Not comfy here because of the quick move, high volume. Not comfortable here, but then we get more bullish CVD here as well, more locally. Yeah, and then that's where I started to get interesting, and that is then also where I entered my long position, as diamonds and setups people will know now. So the people in the setups channel, which is the first link in the description, which is free. So yeah, we have the 886 here. Let's keep an eye on it. Pretty much, by the way, I don't want to see price move back here. If we are looking for a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, possibly more 1, 2s here, you want to see it go, right? It's pretty much stop loss break even type of scenario now. You don't want to really see price go back here. That wouldn't be bullish. It's now moving out. We have volume coming in. You actually wanna let it go. So yeah, that is. I'll share my idea this morning. I do realize, by the way, that my emails that I have emails from people. So there you go. This is a public channel, completely free, where I share stuff. Link in the description is the trades channel. And you'll see a couple of steps, and then you get into the setups channel. So this was the idea here. Potentially stop loss at the low or at 1.618, which I wrote over here. And in Diamond, I talk about trade management. But here I just share why, right? Why is a long here a potential idea? It's all about how do I trade Elliott waves? Because many find it very difficult to implement the theory into trading, and hopefully it is something that I can teach people by writing, hey, you know, there's interest here, but why is there interest here? Okay, yeah, so yeah. Oh yeah, I promised to look for a little bit of resistance. We hit this alarm now. I will put an alarm on the 886. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, so 62K. Oh yeah, so I put an alarm on this one. 62K. I'm gonna keep that on the chart. See what else we have here. Value area low. Yeah, so for a diagonal, that would be the interesting resistance, no? Yeah. So let me make this a resistance then, like this. A small resistance will be the point of control of this range. Yeah. Passing that point of control, and I would expect continuation. So let's leave these on the chart as well. Put this in my folder though. What price does like to do is if it hits an 886, it happens quite often. It retraces to the golden pocket, which is the reason why I have a template like this, 618 RT, 618 retest as it's called. So see if price does that once more. If we actually hit it, just missed out by a few dollars. Okay. Unemployment claims in 10 minutes. We have some news today. What day is it today? It's Thursday. Where I have no idea. I got some stuff on Friday though. 1 second here. I am quickly going to manage. Wait, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Quickly going to manage my trade. So gonna put the stop break even, because I don't want to see price go back to 57.7. Entry was 57692. So I don't want price to go back there. From an Elliott Wave point of view, in a bullish scenario, it doesn't make sense. So that is why we can do this. Okay, done. So if we are really looking for continuation, you don't really want to see price go back all the way here, you know, like 886 almost touched. Maybe we get again a retracement to the golden pocket. We'll see. So I have 8 minutes for quick chatting and Q&A. I don't even know. I forgot how late we started the stream or the analysis. I think it was 7 minutes 35, I believe. Morning, Mike. How you doing? How you doing? Have a quick look. Others, Alex. How you doing, Alex? Good to have you here. What's up? MS, Michael. Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you, sir. Good to have you here. Welcome, everyone. Pedrek, Koentje, goedemiddag. Hallo, Pedrek. Goed dat je erbij bent. Samuel, welcome, Pixel. I think I missed this message earlier. Lafayette. In France. I'm still trapped at 64,500. You would like the bullish now, of course. I will start the gold course. Cheers, Tiago. Good luck learning. Good luck learning. I'm actually gonna update that gold course as well. So now it's live stream content pretty much, where I go through all the scenarios, and it's perfectly fine. I've never had feedback that it's not that it's too long. It's very informative, but I will add even shorter videos. Only the zigzag, only a zigzag extend, or only a zigzag, only double zigzag, only the impulse, only impulse extended 5. Like one video per individual scenario, because now I have a live stream where I talk about, for example, the 3 different impulses, which makes the video a bit longer. It's no problem because I got timestamps and it's all organized and it's still condensed and to the point. But I was thinking, I think it may help if I do short and sweet as well. So, yeah. Is the volume area low of the top range? That's an area of interest. Area of interest for sure, for sure. Good morning, Alex, again. How you doing? Other side of the world from Canada. Bettina, what's up? Welcome. Good to have you here once again. Gotten better looking since becoming married. What you think? Even more reasons to work on my physique, because now I need to keep her. A ring says nothing in today's time. Says absolutely nothing, right? Yeah, you gotta keep investing, right? Keep putting time in the other person, in yourself, in the relationship. Maybe Bitcoin shows some strength today. Yeah, would be nice. The diagonal could happen, I suppose, on Discord. Glad to have the same. Cheers, Dim Jack. Nice. Yes, absolutely. It's absolutely a scenario. We didn't reach the 2 fib time. There is the potential for zigzags to the downside. So depends how high wave 4 goes, but let's see. We're only hanging around at 58.8 at the moment. So WXY scenario, the sideways WXY double combo is not yet invalidated. If you take this low though, that wouldn't be great, right? Like this one here at like 56.5k. I'm surprised you got in on a long with low volume. It's all about how you manage entries as well as exits, right? So, and not to forget, Bitcoin in general has a very high liquidity, and BingX as well. After what Chair Powell said in his speech yesterday, it seems like the unemployment rate is one of the few things that would get him to increase rates. Good morning from LA. What's up, Rob? Maybe a Band-Aid, by the way. Welcome. Good to see you here once again. I've been chatting to Mark, or actually, Mark has been chatting to me about you. Gossiping. Only good stuff. Very good stuff, even. Peter, welcome. Good to have you here. Sniper Paul, what's up? Welcome. Solivian, welcome. Good to have you here. Just landing here. Good that you're here, guys. Thanks. Welcome on this beautiful Thursday to the live stream. Dogan, how precise your targets are. Thanks as always. Pleasure, Dogan. I mean, in the end, we'll see where price goes, but it's good to have very specific support resistance areas. And of course, I have my style and my way of analysis and looking for SR levels, and I do like them to be hit. So, and now we didn't actually hit the 886 here from the high to the low. Very close though. So let's see if we get another retracement again to the golden pocket. Small bearish CVD since the last high. Oh. There is no bearish CVD on the chart at the moment. Bearish CVD, right, is different compared to RSI and MACD. Lower high on price, higher high on the CVD. That is currently not what we see, at least not on the 50-minute time frame. No, it's lower high, but also lower high on the CVD. Good evening, Sakawat. Good to have you here, Sakawat Sakar. Cheers, time alone. Jacob also, by the way, welcome. If we confirm another low, we enter in bearish scenario. Definitely adds probabilities to the bearish scenario, but then your bullish scenario is going to be a more expanding flat structure where you're still in a wave C, but your wave C is going to be a bit deeper. So of course the diagonal could be, by the way, one of them. But your right, the one I just showed, but preferably you move up in 4 a little bit higher, no, and hit at least 62. That would be better. For the structure of the diagonal, and else your bullish scenario is going to be A, B, C, but your C is going to be extended. That is going to be the bullish, and then the bearish is the impulse. So yeah, if you take this low, yeah, 51.8 seems doable. DXY, don't really keep an eye on DXY actually, but on Sunday we have an altcoin and whatever else type of stream. It's going to be a long one as we usually do, so make sure to be there. And you can, how we do it is, I do a voting in the beginning, we do the top 5 coins, then we put the rest in a random wheel picker thing, right? And then we just pump, we just like go and go. Another trade. I explain why I enter in certain areas. Sometimes I only explain why an area is interesting, but I don't actually say if I enter or not, because it's not a signal group. But yeah, another trade level. I mean, depends on your plan and your strategy. From an Elliott Wave point of view, before the move up was interesting. Now, if you enter here and price goes to 67K, you have a great RR, no? But at the moment, I mean, we pretty much hit the 886. Maybe retest golden pocket. I mean, when looking for upside, yeah, no financial advice, but from an Elliott Wave point of view, you would expect now to see this high taken, some volume increasing. 886 is pretty much touched here as well. And then take it from there, no? But yeah, we didn't actually hit the 886, like touch it. So it's also time for me to go because I have to go to the train though. So for a short, oh, that's not interesting here at the moment. Not for me at least. Looking for shorts would be, yeah, the resistance areas that I have. 62K could be interesting. 66K can be interesting. 60, 69, 8K can be interesting. But we already had such a big move down. And at the moment, I don't see enough weakness yet to go short. Can we fall? Yes, but I'm in a long. Stop is break even. If we are in a bullish scenario, meaning a 1-2, 1-2 and continuation up, I don't want price to go here. Right? So I'm well managed. I have no problemo, all bueno. And see it from there. And at the moment, you can't really count this like we could have a zigzag here and a W, X, but then Y has to be a zigzag as well here. But a zigzag Y after a zigzag W in a sideways structure is not allowed. So and anything else, A, B, C, but that's not the case. We moved very high already. So yeah, W, X, I would need more time, but I have to go. I need to catch the train. In literally 2 minutes I have to start walking. So hopefully you found it interesting. A short stream, but I have a meeting with someone in The Hague, right? So I gotta catch the train. Thanks for being here. Hopefully informative. Let's see what price does, right? If it is going to continue to the upside or not. It will take me a little bit more time to see a little bit more price action to see what kind of bearish scenario would be forming on the 50-minute chart here. as price is moving sideways. I had the idea of a potential zigzag in an A, B, and a wave C, which would make sense. But now that the high got taken here and we didn't continue down, this has to be a wave W or a wave A. But now we took the high. So yeah, no, it adds a little bit of probabilities to bullish scenarios. So let's see. Thanks at least for being here. Hopefully informative. Short and sweet. Tonight another update. Tomorrow, of course, another live stream because we keep going strong every day. So thanks for being here. Gotta catch the train. Run, run.